Bonjour et bienvenue, vendredi 14h, spécial Deauville aujourd'hui. Nous nous sommes rendus au Festival du film américain de Deauville et nous vous en avons rapporté quelques pépites. D'abord, l'interview de l'actrice Sarah Jessica Parker que vous découvrirez la semaine prochaine sur ecinema.com. Ensuite, l'interview de la réalisatrice et scénariste Christina Choe pour son premier film, Nancy. C'est un film ecinema.com qui était ici à Deauville, sélectionné et qui a reçu un très bon accueil. Et puis, l'interview exclusive du grand Morgan Freeman auquel le festival rendait hommage cette année. Vous allez voir cela dans quelques minutes dans notre émission, mais d'abord, mes coups de cœur de la semaine. Parmi les sorties cinéma de la semaine, accrochez-vous bien le cœur ici, là, parce que ça secoue, ça fait mal, pour ceux avant l'aurore de Nathan Nikolovic. Mais la poésie, l'humanité, la tendresse, la force de ce film sauront, j'en suis sûre, vous toucher en plein cœur, justement. Une femme se lave les cheveux sous la pluie, dans une arrière-cour, une fillette entre dans la mer en éclatant de rire, et soudain, la vie est belle dans ce film pourtant très dur. Autre recommandation de la semaine, c'est Fortuna, la rencontre entre une migrante éthiopienne et une communauté de religieux catholiques. Rencontre, altérité, amour, la vie, quoi. Regardez.
Who are you? You speak English?
Con tập gấp mắt ba nọt.
Huh? No information, no food.
$5 កាលពីព្រៃនាយមានក្មេងមួយអត់ខ្លាចអីទាំងអស់នៅស្ងៀម
You're looking for Long John.
Moi, je sors pas de la caisse à la gamine non plus, c'est sûr. Allez, casse-toi, ferme la fenêtre, là.
ព្រោះថាក្មេងនឹងសំខាន់ខ្លាំងណាស់អត់អាចយកទៅណាបានក្រៅពីនៅក្នុងភពលោកទេ
Je sais pas, mais va dans ta chambre. Je ne sais pas, va dans ta chambre. Je ne sais pas où il est.
Il est où, Kabir?
Je pense qu'il est parti rejoindre sa femme et ses enfants. Qu'est-ce qui se passe avec Kabir?
Je crois que le moment est venu de se parler.
On est tous un peu perturbés par ce qui se passe ici.
Est-ce qu'on est prêt à sacrifier une partie de ce qui nous est le plus cher? Notre silence et notre solitude.
Et on est donc à Deauville, à l'Hôtel Royal, pour interviewer Christina Choe, réalisatrice, scénariste et réalisatrice du très remarqué Nancy, un film ecinema.com qui était dans la sélection officielle du Festival de Deauville. On en parle avec elle dans un instant, mais d'abord, la bande-annonce.
Mr. and Mrs. Lynch's 5-year-old daughter, Brooke, disappeared from their local shopping mall.
I can still see her so clearly. It's frozen in time in my memory.
The National Center for Missing Children recently released an age progression photo of what they believe Brooke would look like now at 35 years old.
I think that I might be your daughter, Brooke.
Who is this?
Not a joke. My name's Nancy, and I think that my mother might have kidnapped me 30 years ago. It would explain a lot of things in my life.
We both want to meet you in person right away.
I've arranged for a private investigator. He'll do a DNA test, ask some questions.
Results should be ready in 2 to 3 business days.
I convinced myself you were living with some nice family somewhere.
I've been waiting for Brooke for a really long time. I just don't want to see her get hurt. Do you remember when she stepped on a nail? I wonder if she still has a scar.
What is this? What are you up to?
Becca, you look so different.
There are things that you don't know
What the hell's going on?
that I haven't told you.
Nancy, everything okay?
You're sick.
Nancy! People get taken from you just like that. Nancy!
Why would you do something like that?
Christina Choe, this is your first feature film with a very sensitive subject. What made you choose this subject?
Well, in the beginning, I wanted to create a very morally complicated female character, like an anti-heroine, because I felt like I didn't really see that kind of character on TV or in the movies very rarely. And then while I was writing the screenplay, I found out that my favorite writing professor was a imposter or a fraud. And, he was very charming, very inspiring teacher for all of us. We all worshipped him. He would teach us how to write from the heart and in an Irish accent. And, we all were very enamored by this person, our teacher. And he told us he wrote the screenplays for this huge Hollywood franchise. He was the ghostwriter, and he was a playwright from Ireland. And then basically we found out he was lying about all of this. It was fake news. Yes, it was fake news. And it was all a lie. And he lied to the students, to the faculty, to his family. And everybody was very shocked. And I think also they felt betrayed by him. But I was kind of fascinated. And, at the end, I just decided, well, it doesn't really matter if he lied, because what I got out of the experience is very true and authentic. And still, I would consider him one of my, one of the best teachers I ever had. So, it's does it really matter?
Yes.
That's sort of the
if it was
central,
true or not.
Right. If it's true or not is the central theme, I think, to Nancy.
Is it possible to connect with complete strangers? Nancy, she looks like it's easier for her to connect with strangers than to connect with a daily neighborhood.
And how does she do it? I mean, I think that she is in a way creating this performance, or she's, she's drawing people in with these, stories sometimes that I think she also has a shared emotional experience with, or, she, with John Leguizamo's character, because her backstory is that she did have a similar experience, just in a different way. She can understand his trauma and his pain. And so, I always tried to create the character from some level of emotional truth. So she's feels like she's empathizing with these other people. There might be a fiction, umbrella over it, but she's still, genuinely is trying to connect, because she just wants to connect with these people.
You Becca?
Job.
Yeah. I thought it was you. I just didn't know what you really looked like.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming all the way out here.
No, it's okay. I had a light day today.
You ready to order? We have a breakfast menu too.
Not for me. I'm just gonna have a cappuccino.
It's a large coffee. Yeah. They say 1 cup a day is fine, and I'm pretty moderate.
Well, that's good. Hey, it probably seems really weird that I'm... It's weird, because, I could be a total creep from the internet for all you know.
No, I can tell you're not.
Well, thank you.
How did you convince actors like John Leguizamo and or Steve Buscemi to join the project? Because it was your first feature film. Was it easy for you to convince them?
Actually, because I attached Andrea Riseborough, who plays Nancy, several years ago, the first actor to attach. She was very involved and very excited about the project. And, she's what you call actor bait, which means other actors want to work with her. So, I was a big fan of Ann Dowd for many years. And I approached her, years ago, too. And so I think it all sort of, and also the script was when you don't have any money, for your movie, you just have the script. And that is the only thing they can look at to say yes or no, and I think...
And you wrote it.
Yeah,
script.
and
Yes.
Steve, I remember Steve Buscemi, he said, very quickly he read it and he said that he really loved the script and, that was the main thing, the decision, reason why he said yes.
And how long does it take for a young director, for your first feature film, to build the crew, to have money, to find money, and to...
C'est longtemps.
Go on, c'est longtemps.
Longtemps. I mean, about 4 years, 3 years of maybe 3 years, just looking for the money, financing. Because in the U.S., in America, we just do mostly just private investment. And so when you're first-time filmmaker, you're a woman of color, there's just the statistics are very small to get the movie made. So we persevered and we just asked everybody. You have to just keep trying, Yes. I don't know.
Was the place where the movie is seated is important, very important for you?
Yeah, it was, right. It was supposed to take place in like a New Jersey, New York, upstate New York kind of atmosphere, but more important was the difference between the two places. Like when she's at home with her mother and Dowd's character, it's very oppressive and she's stuck in this small town. And then she's supposed to go to this new world and that's more hopeful in Ellen and Leo's house. But we did not plan for the snow. It was supposed to be a summer movie. And then, by the time you get the money, by the time everyone's available, it's just we have to shoot in January. So I actually had to rewrite the script to, make it work. And I was not sure if that was the right thing. But then when we were editing and I saw the snow, I was like, oh, no, it's perfect.
Yes.
It's like sort of magical but melancholy, and I think it really helps with the mood of the movie. And sometimes you just get lucky with an accident like that.
Luck is a part of of all that stuff. Did you train that cat? It's very nice cat.
No, because I learned that you can't train cats. Even you cannot bribe them with food. They don't listen to anybody. They don't care about you. They just do what they want. Actually drove me crazy because I cannot control this little thing that actually has kind of like an emotional role in the movie for Nancy. So I needed the cat, but it did not need me. So it was very annoying.
Wow. I didn't know what else to do. Can I take your coat?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to put your cat right in the hallway here.
Oh, could we let him out because he's been cooped up for hours?
Well, Leo has a cat allergy.
You do?
I'll tell you what, how about if I'll let him out in the sunroom, all right? This way we can both breathe.
Is that okay? Here, come have a seat.
Yeah, that's okay.
Please sit down. Oh, please, go ahead, take a seat.
Go.
Then the movie is presented in Deauville, Deauville Film Festival. The movie was very well received.
I wish I had seen the end. Yes. I did not come back inside, so.
Yes, a lot of applauses. It was it was very well received. Were you aware of the French taste for this kind of movie?
I was hoping that the French audience would respond well to it, but because I have a stereotype of like, oh, French people, they love cinema, they have good taste. That they don't mind like subtle filmmaking and, open-ended ending, or like a difficult character. I sort of hoped that like maybe, because I think there is a difference between America and France with the taste of cinema. And so I was hoping that there would be, that people would respond here, but you never know, And it's funny because we won an award in Japan, and I was not expecting, somehow, I don't know, a Japanese audience really responded to it. I've always been a big fan of European cinema, and so it's nice to have a premiere in Deauville.
We wish you luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. On poursuit ce vendredi 14h spécial Deauville avec une petite surprise. Regardez, quelque chose me dit que vous allez rapidement deviner de quoi il s'agit.
All right. Hey, get your hands off me, grave digger. What? Damn it. Does the whole world got to stomp in your face? Nigga, you better get your hands off me. Ain't no niggas around here, you hear me? Oh, I see. So the white man give you a couple of stripes, next thing you know, you hollering, ordering everybody around like you the master himself. Nigga, you ain't nothing but the white man's dog.
What are you? So full of hate you just want to go out and fight everybody. Because you've been whipped and chased by hounds. Well, that might not be living, but it sure as hell ain't dying. And dying's what these white boys been doing for going on 3 years now. Dying by the thousands. Dying for you, fool.
I don't think I could make it on the outside, Andy. I've been in here most of my life. I'm an institutional man now. It's like Brooks was.
Wow, you underestimate yourself.
I don't think so. In here, I'm the guy who can get things for you, sure, but outside, all you need is the yellow pages. Hell, I wouldn't even know where to begin.
You represent me directly. The Rainbow Nation starts here. Reconciliation starts here.
Reconciliation, sir.
Yes, reconciliation, Jason.
Comrade President, not long ago, these guys tried to kill us. Maybe even these 4 guys in my office tried and often succeeded.
Yes, I know. Forgiveness starts here, too. Forgiveness liberates the soul. It removes fear. That is why it is such a powerful weapon.
Et nous recevons maintenant Morgan Freeman qui nous fait le plaisir de nous rejoindre sur ce plateau pour une interview exclusive. Hello, Mr. Freeman. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here with us. You're becoming familiar with Deauville. The third time.
Is that bad?
No, it's a good thing. You like this city?
Oh, yes. I was here before.
It's the third time, as far as I know. For you,
I forget. I know this is at least the second time.
Yes.
I think it's the third time.
Deauville Film Festival pays you a tribute tonight. What would you like to tell to French people?
What I'm going to tell them, how grateful I am to have been invited back to Deauville, to have been invited to this terrific festival, and the honor I feel receiving a tribute like this.
What would you like that French audience keep in mind about your career, about you? What would you like us to remember above all about you?
I don't have I don't have a desire for that at all. I'm sure you'll remember me for stuff. I'm here, you like the movies, or some of them anyway. So I'm sure I would be remembered for 1 or 2 of the movies that I was in. It's like Humphrey Bogart.
Is there 1 or 2 or maybe more that you're especially proud of?
Yeah, there are. Quite a few. I'm going to start naming them.
Yes, please.
Well, the character that I played in Street Smart, it was so far from who I am that I'm really pleased with myself for reaching that far. Movies like Driving Miss Daisy, Glory, which was, I really wanted to do in movies, is tell a different history of America. Did I say Driving Miss Daisy? Which was a beautiful love story.
Yes.
And of course, Shawshank Redemption, which has pretty much become historical. Not many of us have had that opportunity. And Invictus, when I played Nelson Mandela, who's a man that we all venerate.
You met with him?
Oh yeah, many times. I told him when we met that he asked for me to play him. I mean, the way it went down. Have you heard the story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So if he said he wanted me to play him, I got to meet him and told him, I need to be with you. So over years, we met, sat, talked, held hands, and I find all of that necessary to get as close to essence of character as possible.
You've got a special link, a special boundary with Normandy. I heard you were in Arromanches.
Yes.
Why was it important for you to go to Arromanches?
It's important for, I think, for any of us to go and feel that, try to absorb the meaning of. We went to the cemetery, and that's where the story is. That we can do this sort of thing. We have war and war machines and people who like to do that, and it's not beneficial, I don't think. You know? Well, it is in a certain way. It reduces the population, but it will be another way.
You certainly know that we French people, we are very interested in American movies, in American way of life, in American news. And we are a bit worried now, and nearly feared about what's happening in United States. What's your point of view about the way your country seems to be driven to hate, driven to division?
I have always said that I'm not going to talk about what's going on.
It's difficult.
But I understand the point of view.
We feel that America is in a time of high violence, but has American story ever been anything but violence?
Well, we do have, I think, one major problem, and that is the Second Amendment to the Constitution, which when it was written, at the time of it, things were
different.
It's wildly different than they are today. So now to tell every person that they have the right to own a weapon almost without any limits is ridiculous. That's my stand on that.
And that's the main problem?
It's one of them.
What can cinema, what can movies, what can artists do to prevent America from its own violence?
I don't know. I don't know what we can do to prevent it. That's it's too large a question for me. What stories do, movies, television shows, they inform. So if we're going to try and adjust to anything, just be informative.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Freeman. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Voilà pour cet entretien avec Morgan Freeman à Deauville. Tout autre type d'entretien maintenant avec Stéphane Charby. Et oui, il vient nous parler de Henri, le film icinéma.com de la semaine.
Mettre de la lumière dans la vie des gens, c'est le plus beau don que le Seigneur peut t'avoir donné.
Un don?
Moi, c'est Henri. Je suis relampeur. Je change les ampoules brûlées et je fais l'entretien des appareils d'éclairage.
J'imagine que vous savez déjà que le couvent a été vendu à un promoteur immobilier. Vous allez être obligé de libérer les lieux.
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait quand on est perdu, ma sœur?
On a juste à suivre les signes que le Seigneur nous envoie. Tu seras jamais tout seul, Henri.
Donc, t'es à moi, un génie, moi.
Un génie de la lampe.
Génie de lampe, moi.
Tu vas voir qu'ici, c'est pas l'ouvrage qui manque. J'aime mettre la lumière dans la vie des gens.
La petite guichetière t'a tapé dans l'œil, on dirait.
Elle s'appelle Hélène.
C'est un beau nom, ça c'est doux, j'aime ça.
Qu'est-ce que t'attends pour aller la chercher? Le déluge! Quand une personne fait battre ton cœur très fort, quand tu la vois pour la première fois, comme si une décharge électrique te traversait le corps d'un bout à l'autre, ben ça, c'est un coup de foudre.
Est-ce que mon père est parti parce qu'il m'aimait pas?
Pourquoi tu demandes ça?
Moi, je suis sûre qu'un jour, je vais le retrouver.
Bonjour Stéphane.
Bonjour Audrey.
Je n'ai pas résisté. Alors, Henri de Martin Talbot, racontez-nous.
Et on est pas mal là quand on est tous les deux.
Ouais, on est bien. Hein.
Et si on se faisait...
Non mais c'est bien aussi quand il y a des invités, on va essayer d'être sympa avec eux.
Eh ben on va se faire du bien puisqu'on est tous les deux. D'ailleurs, je me demande si le cinéma, ça n'est pas ça, un antalgique. Allez savoir. En tous les cas, le film de la semaine, c'est une fable pour adultes, un peu à la manière de Jean-Pierre Jeunet. Je sais pas si vous le sentez, mais ça se fleure bon l'enfance et ça respire même un petit côté de Jacques Prévert. Henri est un premier film d'un Canadien qui nous raconte la vie d'un garçon passionné, un peu à contre-courant de cette réalité, bien souvent trop triste. Comme Jeunet, le réalisateur Martin Talbot crée un monde, une esthétique au ton chaud, aux focales courtes, et on sent qu'il n'a rien perdu de son enfance. Et alors là, ça fait beaucoup de bien. Un univers à la manière des contes de Perrault, duquel on ne peut espérer sortir qu'en ne comptant que sur son imaginaire. Alors, laissez-vous tenter par ce film, parce qu'en définitive, le bonheur est trop incertain pour ne pas en abuser. Et ça, c'est une dédicace spéciale Audrey Pulvar.
C'est fini pour ce vendredi 14h spécial Deauville. On se retrouve la semaine prochaine sur notre plateforme. D'ici là, bon film. Merci.